friends! It's me, Miriam, and today's adventure is going to be so good! We've arrived at the ruins of Jericho, the place where something amazing happened. And guess what? Eli and I are here as Bible detectives on a mission! We're looking for 2 special clues that will help us solve the story of what happened here. Want to help? Clue number 1. It made a really loud noise, but no one was yelling. And clue number 2. It was red and it saved a whole family.
A long time ago, there was a real city with walls so strong, people believed no one could ever bring them down. But what if I told you they did fall, without swords, without fire, just by marching and trusting God? Join our Bible detectives, Miriam and Eli, as they search for 2 important clues.
Whoa, look at this place. Is this really Jericho?
It is, but this isn't just any ruin. We're here to discover the truth buried beneath these stones.
The Adventures of Miriam and Eli.
As Eli walked through the ruins, something caught his eye. Half buried in the sand, he knelt down and gently pulled it free.
Hey, Miriam, check this out. It's an old trumpet. Do you think it's from when the Israelites marched around the city?
It could be. The priests blew trumpets just before the walls fell. This could be a piece of that moment. First clue found. A trumpet, check. Now, time to find the second clue. Something red, something that saved a whole family.
Miriam pulls a scroll map from her satchel and unrolls it on a flat rock.
Look, this is the city wall. And here, see that window? That red line isn't just decoration. It's a cord, a scarlet cord.
Was it like a signal?
Exactly. Someone inside the city used it to mark their house for rescue. Her name was Rahab.
Miriam, come here, quick! Look! It's a red cord! Just like the one in the story. Do you think this could be the cord?
This could really be where Rahab lived. That cord, it wasn't just a piece of rope. It held a story from long ago. A story of faith and courage.
Second clue, a red cord. Found! Check! Do you want to know how our clue connects to our story for today? Let's go back to where it all began.
This is Jericho, a mighty city with tall, thick walls. People said no army could break through, but inside that strong city lived a woman who believed in a stronger God. Her name was Rahab, and her story began just before the Israelites arrived. Before the people of Israel crossed the Jordan, Joshua, their new leader, knew they couldn't rush in. First, he needed to know what was inside.
Go into the city, watch, listen, then return and tell me everything you see. Be careful and trust the Lord.
The 2 spies slipped quietly into the city, careful not to be seen. After all, they were spies, and their mission had just begun. The spies slipped through the alleys and knocked on a small house in the city wall, careful not to be seen. Rahab opened the door and quickly let them in. She had heard the stories, how God parted the sea and defeated mighty kings. And she believed, she knew he was the true God. Word spread that strangers had entered the city. Soldiers came looking.
It's open the door! Open the door! Open this door!
Come now, there's no time. We have to hide. Rahab acted quickly. She led the spies to her rooftop and hid them beneath stalks of flax, just in time. They won't find you here. You're safe. Your God will save you. I believe it with all my heart.
Open this door! Open this door!
We know they were here. 2 men, strangers. Where are they?
Yes, they were here, but they're no longer in my house. Below, the guards searched every corner, but they didn't find the spies. Rahab had chosen courage, and her faith kept them safe. If you hurry, if you're fast, you might catch them on the road to the Jordan.
Let us know the moment they come back. Do you understand?
I will do as you have said. As the city quieted again, Rahab climbed to the rooftop where she had hidden the spies. They're gone. You're safe now. Rahab had protected the spies, and now she asked for something in return. Please, when your people come, promise me this. Save my family.
You have our word. Hang a red cord in your window. When we see it, we'll know.
Before sunrise, Rahab tied a red cord in her window, just as the spies had said. Then she helped them escape, lowering them down through the wall and into safety. The spies escaped safely and hid in the hills, just as Rahab had warned them. She told them the king's men would be searching the roads, so they stayed hidden for 3 days until the danger had passed. Then, under the cover of morning, they made their way back to Joshua with an incredible report.
The Lord has surely given the whole land into our hands. All the people are melting with fear because of us.
Then we will not wait any longer. The Lord is going before us. We will cross the Jordan and Jericho will fall.
The time had come. God told Joshua it was time to move. But between the Israelites and Jericho stood the mighty Jordan River.
Today you will know that the living God is among you. The priests will carry the Ark of the Covenant. As soon as their feet touch the water, the river will stop flowing, and we will cross on dry ground.
Joshua instructed the priests to go ahead into the Jordan. As their feet touched the water, it stopped, piling up like a wall. The people crossed over on dry ground. God had done it before at the Red Sea, and now he was doing it again at the Jordan. Then the Lord told Joshua to choose 12 men, 1 from each tribe of Israel. Joshua said to them, "Go into the middle of the Jordan, right where the priests are standing. Each of you must pick up a stone. Then take it with you and place it where we will camp tonight." These stones would become a sign, a reminder, so that one day when your children ask, "What do these stones mean?" you can tell them. The waters of the Jordan stopped flowing before the ark of the Lord. These stones are a memorial to the day God made a way. Jericho stood like a giant wall between the Israelites and the Promised Land, strong, shut up tight. No one came in and no one went out, but God had a plan.
Listen, everyone. You will not need to fight in this battle. The Lord has given Jericho into our hands. You'll march around the city, once each day for 6 days, then 7 times on the 7th day. The priests will blow their trumpets, and when I give the signal, you will all shout. Then the walls of Jericho will fall by the hand of the Lord.
And so they marched once around the city each day, for 6 whole days. No shouting, no talking, just the sound of footsteps and trumpets. The people of Jericho watched from behind their walls, wondering what kind of army fights without a sound. On the 7th day they rose early. This time they marched not once, but 7 times around the city. The priests kept blowing their trumpets, and still the people said nothing. Then, at last, Joshua gave the signal. The people shouted with all their might, and the walls of Jericho came crashing down. After the walls fell, Joshua called the 2 spies. "Go," he said, "find the woman who hid you. Bring her and all who are with her to safety, just as we promised." Joshua had not forgotten Rahab's kindness, and neither had God. And now we know what really happened here. Rahab's faith, Joshua's obedience, and God's power brought these walls down.
When we came to Jericho, I thought we were just hunting for clues. But what we found was faith. Real, strong faith.
Rahab trusted God before the walls even fell. And Joshua followed God's plan even when it sounded strange.
Today, Eli and I discovered something amazing. Jericho was a real place. And the story? It's true. The walls really fell, just like the Bible says. God keeps His promises. Thanks for coming on this adventure with us. Don't forget to like, share, and join us next time as we explore more of God's amazing stories.
The Adventures of Miriam and Eli.